of America. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, welcoming you to yet another explosive edition of Matters Arising at ONN. I hope you are all doing well. To the Americans, I'm wishing you a happy Labor Day, and I hope everybody is doing pretty good. Those in Nigeria, I hope you are hanging in there. That's the only thing we can tell you now. Work hard to change our system. And our viewers from across the world, around the world, Africa, everywhere. Yes, United States, Canada, Burma, wherever, India, Pakistan. Yes, thank you very much for your support, as we are growing as a global movement, for justice, peace, and security. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about something that is taking place in Nigeria. You hear a lot of Nigeria thing in recent time, but it's a lot of problems in that country that, you know, demands our attention at all times. So, Nigerians, my brothers and sisters from Nigeria, especially Delta State, Delta North, Anioma people, it is about you today that we're going to be talking about. Yes, so much taking place, the political scene in Nigeria. Nigeria is an Achilles heel. As it stands right now, the country is in disarray because of the country's tragedy of leadership, just right at all levels and in all sectors. There appears to be a scarcity of good people to lead Nigeria, a country of over 250 million people. Yes, less than 1 million people are trashing the entire country. And 249 million people are just looking helpless and they cannot do anything. So without much ado, we're going to be talking about something that is happening in a critical state called Delta State, oil-rich, oil-producing state. One of the states in Nigeria that has the highest deposit of oil, and then recently natural gas. But, where poverty is at its worst, yes, the people there live under squalor, from hunger and starvation, in the midst of the abundance, from massive environmental degradation. Yes. So, we are going to be talking about, they're talking about creation of states in Nigeria. To be very candid, I don't know why Nigeria is creating more, wants to create more states. The existing states in Nigeria, majority of them cannot take care of themselves. Again, because of the stupid type of leadership in the hands of very stupid people who cannot build anything. See how the Nigerian Federation runs. The federal government of Nigeria has all the resources. Everything is in the hands of the federal government of Nigeria. The states go like beggars with cap in hands to beg. Not because that they should beg, but they found a way to make that a tradition for the country. Now, you elect people who cannot build economies. Here in the United States, every state of the United States has a unique thing that drives their economy. Texas has more than three. Texas has oil. Texas has peanuts. Texas has a lot of other things that grows the economy. You don't hear the state of Texas going crying to Donald Trump to come and give them money, or they wait for the federal allocation. No, the economy of Texas is 10 times bigger than the economy of Nigeria. Yes, one state here. Yes, the economy of California is about one of the biggest economies in the world. One state in the United States. Yes, but what do we have in Nigeria? Beggarly states run by people who don't know how to build anything. Or every person, when they come to power, a state governor will go, I'm paying salary. That's all that you hear. Since I came here, I've never heard the governor talking about paying salary or not. We don't even know what happens. I didn't know the name of the governor of Texas until about, how many years ago? I didn't know. Something, I had to have it, you know, because I'm here. I don't care whether it's existing or not. It doesn't bother me. He's at his own beat doing his job. He does his job. Every other person does their job. So you do your job. The police is doing his job. And there's a way of monitoring and controlling things. Everybody does his job. The teacher in the classroom does his or her job. The firefighter is doing his job. Everything is well coordinated. And when there is problem, the public know there's a way. There's a reporting system. Yes. But in Nigeria, what your governor is a king. All in all, he does everything. Anyway, this is just an overview. Now they are talking about creating states in Nigeria. We have 36 states in Nigeria right now, plus the Federal Capital Territory. All of these states, I can tell you that not up to 10 states in Nigeria are viable, you know, to say that they are states supporting economy. Lagos is one. Delta is supposed to be another state. River State is supposed to be another state. Kano is supposed to be another state. But other than that, okay, maybe Akwa Ibom, Cross River, because of the oil deposits in those areas. But other than that, most of the states in Nigeria are not viable. They are not viable not because they can't be viable. They are not viable because they are not in the hands of the right people who can drive growth, who can drive development. All they do is make budget around the federal allocation that they receive from the federal government. And that's it. Once they receive it, the state governors will pocket a huge amount of it and then sprinkle the rest. And they struggle to pay salaries. You can imagine in some states in Nigeria, the workers are being owed salary for as long as 1 year. And they still wake up every morning to go to those jobs, hoping that one day they'll be paid. Yes, I don't even know how someone like me would exist in that kind of a place. Anyway, because I'm a creative person, I'll find a way to survive. But majority of the people, especially in the civil service, are suffering. The teachers are not paid as at when due. The police is not paid or paid well. Even the army that they use to beat down our people, they don't pay them right. Yes. Firefighters, oh no, there is no fire. The firefighting department exists just for the name. But when you go in there, you don't find anything, no tankers, no water, nothing. And these guys embezzle the state's funds unchallenged because they have found a way to repress the people from having the ability to question them. The way they emerge as leaders is most ridiculous in elections that are never free, fair, and transparent. Yes, so today we are talking about creation of a state out of Delta State. The agitation for the creation of this particular state has been going on since the mid-70s. I remember my mother was at the forefront of it. In fact, in one of the anthems that they created, the youths who produced that song, it was done under the tutelage of my mother. Yes, in our house, Abavo youths. Yeah, so I'm going to remind those. I hope the people from Delta North are here, the so-called Anyoma people, because I made this broadcast wide so that everybody will hear it, and especially with reference with the man who is supposed to be driving it, and I'm putting it in such a manner that is so distasteful. Yes, the first stanza of the song that was one of the tools that they were using to drive Anyoma state, was written in my mother's house. Yes, practiced in my mother's house. My mother taught them that song. Unu bụ ndị na-achọ Anyoma, anyị ekele, mụnne njisi ike. Yes. And who were the people, the original drivers? Dennis Osadebe, Dr. Orewa from Agbo, Prince P.I. Jegbefume from Abavo, my hometown, and a lot of other people. There was a Senator Nosike Igbo. And you could see how organic their agitation was. You could see how real it was. Everybody plugged into it. Yes. But after the demise of these great men, a new generation came, driven by politics, driven by greed and selfishness. They politicized and bastardized the agitation for the creation of Anyoma. So with every generation, it gets worse to where we are, where one charlatan called Ned Nwoko hijacked it and make it look like it is his personal business. Now sitting on top of a mountain, wanting to lord it out down our throats. Now, before I proceed, yes, the Federation of Nigeria is most unbalanced. When Abacha became head of state, they created some states. Every time they create a state, the only people who create states are when the Fulani elites are in power. Military fiat, they will create states. And they will create state out of nothing in the north of Nigeria. Barren lands. Every barren land was created into a state. Kano has gone through how many state creation? But Lagos State, with the massive population it has remained one state. The most populous state in Nigeria has remained one state. But I look at Lagos and I look at New York and New Jersey. If you go into New York and New Jersey, you don't even know the difference. Because the population is there. That's why you see New York State, you see New Jersey. You can't even know which one is New York or New Jersey, unless you have lived there for a very long time to know. Lagos deserves 2 states. If Kano can be balkanized into Jigawa, another one, and there's another state, out of Kano. But Lagos has remained one. The reason is because of the politics that they play with state creation, the injustice in Nigeria. Yeah, so if what the people of Nigeria wants are state creation, or is state creation, we must create a balanced federation. At the time they were creating all these states, the last time they created states, so they said they wanted, they created 6 geopolitical regions, yes, if I'm right. 6 geopolitical regions in Nigeria. All right? Out of all these 6 geopolitical regions, every geopolitical region has 6 states, with the exception of Northwest, where Kano and the rest of them is. They created one more state for them to make it 7. The rest are 6, 6, 6, with the exception of the Southeast, where the Igbos are predominantly found. Now, I want to give you an understanding of what it is that has been taking place in Nigeria against the Igbo people. Every time they have been shortchanged. In everything since 1966, these people have been victims. They massacred 6 million of them in a stupid war that they, genocide that they said was civil war. They massacred them. When I mean massacred them, they used the media to generate hate for this very special ethnic group in Nigeria. Yes. Everybody hates the Igbos in Nigeria. Yes. Every tribe hates them. Yes. The Nigerian media, very wicked media, driven by people, driven by hate, mischief, jealousy, and bigotry. They won't stop. They can't stop. Yes. So I want to give, because a lot of young Nigerians don't understand the history of Nigeria. 1966, some military officers, looking at the way the country was drifting, carried out a coup d'etat as the Nigerian military, not as Igbos. There were some Igbos in the coup. There were some Yorubas in the coup plot. There were Hausas. There were even Fulanis. Because some people hate that race, it didn't start. You want me to play something Amadu Bello said? Of course, I'm going to always play it. At independence, what he said at the Igbos history, that man was the one who shot Nigeria in the brain. And Nigeria did not recover from it. Hate speech on day one against the Igbos, that if you put them in a labor camp, within 1 year, they will aspire to become the headmen. So what is wrong with that? If they have the capacity to be headmen, why can't they? If you're in a construction work, you need somebody who knows something, who knows how to mobilize the people, who have the technical know-how to do things. You are not going to appoint a fool because he's from somewhere and he doesn't know anything as the leader, or your company will fail. So that is where the problem started from in Nigeria. So in 1966, this coup took place. Preemptive coup, because there were some people planning to overrun the country like they are doing right now. The director of military intelligence, yes. Hey, my dear African on Facebook, thank you very much for joining. Please share and get more people involved in this, because it's a very important discussion. Yes, and this coup was carried out to stop this invasion. Was the grandson was the grandson of Usman Dan Fodio, the man who invaded Hausa land in 1804. When he was dying, he left them a message that they must continue the jihad until the last town. Since after that coup, that in which he was killed, the hate for the Igbos heightened. They went and planned their own coup that they call counter coup. All right? Counter coup. And then when they came, they spoke in Hausa, Mundao, we are back. We are back. All right? And they painted one man called Gowon. He didn't know what was going on, who he was, because of this spirit of northern nationalism that has destroyed Nigeria and made the people in the north and the whole of Nigeria poor was growing. And then they took over everything. They distorted the army, destroyed everything, and they came on a destructive tirade. Gowon was in power from 1966 up until 1975, when Murtala Mohammed, another one, a war criminal, yes, terrible war criminal, yes. So Gowon it was who presided over the wanton destruction of lives and Igbo property in Nigeria. They were massacred in the north. They were massacred everywhere. They killed them in the west. Even in places near my place, in Benin, they killed Igbos. Yes, some people don't like to hear this. But I am a man of truth. I cannot hide it because I saw it. Not just like I lived through it as a child. I saw it. I lived through nights, day and night of a bombardment. Yes. From the periphery of the center of war. I saw it. I saw the Igbo, the Biafran troops. I saw what they call the federal troops. In fact, my hometown nearly became a theater of war. Just by a whisker, we missed it. The Biafran troops were retreating. Just not quite 10 minutes, the federal troops came through our town. You can imagine if they met there, that whole town would have been wiped out. I'm sure if you heard about the devastation of Asaba, when Murtala Mohammed was bringing them out every 4 days to shoot up the men like he was shooting lizards, he depleted Asaba of men. Yes. It destroyed the whole place. And the killer was later to become head of state of Nigeria. But because of the massive killings that he carried out as a war commander in Asaba, on 13th of February, he was cut down. Karma caught him. I don't pity him. His soul will not rest in peace because he killed so many. He killed so many. He massacred mercilessly Asaba men. He massacred children. He made women widows. So when the whole thing, that the war that the genocide that they claimed was a civil war was over, Gowon declared no victor, no vanquish. They talked about reconstruction, reconciliation, and reintegration. Those existed only as rhetoric that were never carried out. There was none. Absolutely nothing. The place has remained the worst, the most underdeveloped part of Nigeria. Yes. The southeast of Nigeria. Deliberate policy, government after government. The Igbo man could not rise above the rank of colonel in the Nigerian army. In the police, they repressed them. In the civil service, they repressed them. And this is still going on today. It's going on. It's not anything. The Igbo man just decided to give up and then went into commerce. At the end of the massacre, they gave them 20 pounds each. All those who had their bank accounts. 20 pounds each. Even if you were a billionaire, they were given 20 pounds each. But with 20 pounds, they bounced back and took over commerce and industry in Nigeria. Yes, when you hear commerce and industry, they are the ones. They built Lagos. They built the commerce. When you talk about the economy of Lagos, it's the Igbo man. They built markets. And you know what? Now they are attacking them. Because the Igbo man, a real Igbo man, not the fake one. There are some fake idiots among them. The real Igbo man can make something out of nothing. They know how to sacrifice for what they want. And now, as always, the people of Nigeria will become jealous. How would these people come here and just like that? They become prosperous. They become richer than the owners of the land. Now they start chasing them about. In their own country. In their own country. They treat them like they are strangers to Nigeria. Yes. Is there any place where Igbo man, you don't find them? around the world, I would think that the Igbo man, actually, the Igbos are the most populous Nigerians. Yes, there's hardly anywhere you don't find them. You go to East Africa, they are there in quantum. Go to South Africa, they are there in quantum. Here in Houston, there are a commanding majority of the people who live in Houston doing great things. It is their trait. This is who they are. Nigeria will not let them be. Okay, they left the civil service. They are not even interested in the army. They are not interested in being in the police. They left everything. They went about, started building their own thing. The only thing that I find that they should be doing now, because of all these threats that they have been victims of, when they come out, when the gods of these crazy people become thirsty of blood, they will unleash on the Igbos. So Igbos, please, I am telling you, I am not saying that you should not be Nigerian. The agitation for Biafra, I support it. Why? Even though I am not a part of it, I support it because you are enforcing your basic human right, the right to self-determination. And that right to self-determination is even written in the Constitution of Nigeria. So that is why I will never stand up to condemn Biafra. I may not be happy with some type of things that people do in the name of Biafra. But that people are advancing a cause for Biafra, I thumb up for it. I like it. Even though I want a one Nigeria, they have a reason for agitating for Biafra. I am for it. I support them 120%. So say whatever you want to say. I am an activist. I am not a select. I don't select what I want to see as an activist. Anything that has to do with rights, yeah, that is my area of specialty. I don't joke with my rights, and that is why I don't want you to joke with your right. I don't want anybody to violate your right, and then you go to sleep over it. No. What the Igbos are doing is very correct, very right. They have every right. They attempted it in 1966 when Nigeria was beating them everywhere, killing them everywhere. Every man has the right to self-defense. So they went and defended themselves. But the same reason for which they defended themselves and for which Nigeria jumped on them is still very much with us. They are still very much with us. Tell me the Igbo man, how many Igbos are in Nigeria civil service? How many Igbos are GOCs in the Nigerian armed forces? Show me one. How many Igbos are occupying strategic positions in Nigerian police? How many Igbos? Tell me one Igbo that has led the DSS. Show me. They are not. No, you don't find them there. They will not let them. So the hate is there. You know what? The University of Nigeria and Soka, the Department of Chemical Engineering has remained closed since after the massacre of the Igbos, because they are afraid of the Igbos. But all other small mushroom universities are running engineering programs. They left that department closed till today. So that's why I'm angry with some stupid Igbo elites, but most of them are idiots. You have them in the National Assembly doing nothing. They are so scared. They are apologists to the evil holding Nigeria down. Yes, they can't open their mouths. I don't even know how they come to power. And that's why I ask those who agitate for Biafra, when I see those big numbers. So when the elections come, how do you vote for these idiots who go out there not to speak for the Igbos? How do you elect idiots as your governor? Soludo is an idiot. Umahi was an idiot. The current one, an idiot. Enugu State Governor, idiot. Imo State Governor, idiot. I don't know yet about the Abia, but I see him move around like this. So let me cut him a slack. All the ones before them are idiots. Yes. All right, Peacemaker, I will subscribe back. Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much, all those who are joining us. I want to build up a case to what we are talking about today, the creation of Anyoma state. Hey, Ray, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, Thank you, YouTube, for the great, marvelous job. See, thousands of people right here on YouTube watching this, and I hope I'm hoping to see Ned Nwoko and his hired thugs, so they hear because they don't know history. If you know your history, then you would know where you're coming from. Ned Nwoko does not even know history. If he knew the history, he will understand. Thank you. I love you. It's the best. Thank you. So I'm building a case for what is happening. I don't like injustice. I don't like it from anybody. Nigeria is an unjust land, beautiful land. The country, nothing wrong with Nigeria as a country. But there's so much wrong with the people who have been driving Nigeria into the grave. Those are the people, I don't care, they are from every tribe. They are from Igbo land, they are from where I come from, they are Hausa among them, they are Fulanis, a lot of Fulanis. They don't want Nigeria to progress beyond where it is right now. Nigeria is going down, dying, and all of us are keeping quiet. Some of our people go and line behind this evil. Yes, everywhere, look at, is that a country? Is that a country? Nigeria is not a country anymore. A country where people can wake up, you are not sure of making it back alive. People, a country where terrorists will come and remove children, pure innocent children. They will bring buses and load them, take them into the forest and be demanding for ransom. Which kind of country is that? It doesn't happen anywhere. Yes. So is that a country? Yes. So the Igbo people have been so badly shortchanged. Very badly shortchanged. And some of the reason some of these shortchanges taking place is because of the attitude of the Igbo elites. The Igbo man who is in politics is mostly stupid, selfish, and self-centered. So in the Igbo, you have to find a way to start choosing the right type of leadership. I don't know if you are interested enough to see the like of Uzodinma become governor of Imo State, Mba becoming governor of Enugu State. So Ludo, look at what he's doing in Anambra State. Yes, and all those before them, they all failed. It's their fault. So they will go and be licking the nyash of Buhari. They were licking the nyash. They are now licking the nyash of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So now let's come to the matter that we are talking about. Creation of Anyoma state. It started a long time ago in the 70s. When they divided the geopolitical zone. Yes. Thank you, James from Uganda. All right, nice to meet. I'm Sesimba, James from Uganda. All African countries are the same. I agree with you. So that is why we must work hard, this generation of Africans. This generation of Africans, I'm telling you, this generation of Africans must rise up and do something differently, because we cannot continue the same old ways and expect any change. Nothing is going to happen. Let us purge ourselves of tribalism. Tribalism is killing Africans. That is why the people from outside are able to jump into Africa, divide us, and have their way, steal all of our mineral resources, give us arms and ammunition to kill ourselves, and they love it when we are killing ourselves. You know how they benefit? They benefit from selling us guns. Yes, they benefit from our distraction. When we are distracted, they move in, steal as much diamonds, gold, rubies, and bauxite, and lithium as much as they want. See what they are doing in the Republic of Congo? Yes, that's what they are doing. See, most Congolese are in refugee camp. They are in refugee camp. They are bombing all those areas. So the criminals from outside, Imperial Europe, the larger Imperial Europe, yeah, they are responsible for that. They will come and still be digging for mineral resources. They will take an elephant tusk and go away. And then they give arms to M45 or whatever they call themselves. And the government cannot do anything. Yes, the government will be looking for foreign governments that will help them. And what do? They give them arms. They make them sign paper. Well, we are going to give us all your minerals. That is what they came to Washington to do the other day. Yes, and that's what they want for the whole of Africa. So Africa will be on fire. And we are so stupid that we cannot see. Yes, we have people who went to school, but the school they went to is useless. They have all these chains of stupid degrees all over the place, but they can't do anything with them. Give them power. It's all their own. They'll be grabbing, and allow people from outside to destroy their country. That is what is happening in Nigeria. That is what is happening in Uganda. I know the issue of Uganda and Museveni and all that. That is what is happening in Kenya. Yes, that was what was happening in Burkina Faso until Ibrahim Traore came. That was what was happening in Niger until Tiani came. That was what was happening in Mali until Goita came. I hope they can sustain the good examples that they represent so far for Africa. We want more of them. So coming back to Nigeria and coming back to the creation of Delta State, yes, and what they did to the Igbos to make them look like they are strangers in their land. Yes, the Igbo man has no say in Nigeria. Yes, they make them, turn them into these people who make noise. And now they have sent mercenaries to destabilize that region. Yes. So they want to create the Anyoma state. Anyoma state, we have been in the struggle for Anyoma state for a very long time. My late mother was a part of it. Yes. And you see, the struggle came to the grassroots. It was so real. It was so organic. Everybody was excited. Yes, we want to have our own state. But they did not put an ethnic coloration into it. Like a Ned Nwoko, yes. Ned Nwoko, a mischievous charlatan. Yes. Always thriving on controversy. So he brought a twist into it. Okawa started, he used it to win an election. Yeah, they reduced it to just for something that would drive their political ambition. And then they want to hoodwink our people into it. It's so disgusting to see somebody that was supposedly elected by our people now breathing down on them. It is we who should be telling you what to do and not you telling us what to do. But because you find yourself in a place where ignorance rules, the people don't even know their right. They don't know that they are human beings. They don't know that they have basic human rights. They don't know that they have right to the citizenship of Nigeria. You ride on them. You come with your illicit money, ill-gotten money, and then you think you can buy up all the people, or that somebody like me will be quiet or be excited that you are creating a damn stupid state. Who needs it? If you want to create a state, if Nigerians are honest, if those who lead Nigeria, mislead Nigeria are honest, if they are talking about state creation, the only people that deserve two states are the Igbos in the southeast of Nigeria as constituted today. Yes, I am from Delta. I am going to speak the truth because there is going to be life after here. I'll be held accountable for what I did while I was here. So that is why I am very calculative. That is why when you are corrupt around me and expect me to protect you, you are joking. Even if you are my girlfriend or my wife, I just finished having sex with you. And the something that calls me to speak the truth comes. I'm going to speak the truth. You can go to hell and get angry all you want, but I will speak the truth. The reason we are talking about this is what Ned Nwoko is doing. Very mischievous thing. I'm sad that some of our people are buying into the foolishness. I am not going to buy into it. Those who can reason analytically should not buy into it. He's trying to create a confusion. That is what he is known for, a confusionist. Why can't you agitate for Anyoma state on its own, in its current state? Why do you have to make it look like you are agitating for the Igbos? The Igbos have been shortchanged. They have a right. They are the only people who deserve two states right now. They are the only people who deserve two states in Nigeria. The Igbo man in the heartland of Igbo. The Igbo man across the Niger. They deserve two states. But Nigerians are very, mostly dishonest people. Everybody wants his own. Yes, these same people, now you are asking them, okay, they want to leave Nigeria, so that let them leave Nigeria for you. You are not treating them right. So you don't want them to leave, but you don't want to bring justice to them. I tell you that some of these things, if done, the agitation for Biafra will end. Biafra is a call to justice. The Igbo man does not want to leave Nigeria because they have more investments across Nigeria. They are the most progressive Nigerians. Give it to them. So let's not yes, even though there are some lousy ones among them, you know, that coming out from the new generation that need to be straightened out because they don't know what it takes to be an Igbo man or to be Igbo people. The loud ones who spend money like it's nothing, and they do it. They are not; those ones are not real Igbo children. They need to be taught how to be Igbos. But on the overall, the Igbo man is the most progressive Nigerian. You can cry about it because someone is saying it. I am saying it. They are everywhere. They are the ones who are ready to conquer everywhere. They go everywhere where you will not go, and then you sit down. You sit your ass down in your place. Oh, they don't sell us land. Did you go there? Did you migrate there? Did you invest there? They invest in your place. They trust you enough to want to invest in your place. They take Nigeria as theirs. They are the most patriotic Nigerians. They are the real Nigerians. Yes, a real Nigerian is one who is willing to go to any place in Nigeria to inhabit that place, to live, and not just live there. They develop the place. They build their houses there. They build businesses there. They employ the locals, and they grow the economies there. What is the problem of Nigeria? What is the problem of Nigeria and Nigerians? Yes, what you cannot do? Somebody comes to your backyard to do it. Instead of applauding him, you start looking for ways of dispossessing him of his hard work. That is the problem of Nigeria. So my people of Delta North, or aka Anyoma, you know, that Anyoma now, to call it is so difficult for me because they have messed it up. Sometimes I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. Yes, because of the kind of people that we put in power. Yes, long life, they say you are very right, sir, from Nigeria, Ijo. That is what every tribe and leadership doing, to destroy the grasses. Yes, and bring wars. Yeah, to those for the right. I agree with you. Yes, that is exactly what they are doing. Yeah, like what is happening in Niger land. What is the name? Asari Dokubo and Tongpolo. They are there making money for themselves. But the ordinary Ijaw person has nothing. Ijaw man is eating and drinking his pee and shit. Yes, nothing. No hospital, no schools, no roads. But that is where the oil that is being used to develop Nigeria is coming from. You see, what is their people? It's the locals. It's the criminals. Yes. So that is why we are calling for a new Nigeria, open Nigeria. So if you are listening to me right now, I put up a lot of links at the beginning. Join Open Nigeria. Yes. Join the Open Nigeria Now movement. Follow Open Nigeria. Like the Open Nigeria page. Yes, and subscribe to this channel. This is a channel of truth for Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world. What we are trying to do is to build a mass movement of critically thinking Nigerians. Those Nigerians who love Nigeria and want the good of Nigeria, so that the good of Nigeria will spread everywhere. I am speaking to you here from America. Yeah, this place when I did in America. If not Nigeria there, I will not even get all this equipment when I did take a broadcast to Nigeria. Who bomb me? Yes. But here, there is opportunity for people who come from, there are over 1 million Nigerians in America. Over 1 million. And nobody they trouble us. Nobody troubles us. Nobody tells us to go back to Nigeria. You never see it. They try it, they burn the person, because this country has a law to address discrimination, to address hate. We don't have it in Nigeria. The laws we have is to protect the criminals. The laws that Nigerians, yeah, I saw there was one of my friends sent me the new cyber, whatever, say cyber crime. Hey, Hey, Oga Ogumba, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, for this. I just had to do this because there's a man from my place. Yeah, they call him Ned Nwoko. He's taking advantage of Igbo. And I don't like it. You know where I stand. Yes, you call me an Igbo man, I don't go verse. But I will not sit by and somebody comes and take undue advantage of the Igbo people and expect me to keep quiet. They want me to keep quiet. They don't want me to say it. And you know what? Some foolish Igbo young people who don't know the history of an Igbo man are buying into the foolishness because they want a state. All right? If they want a state to be created, they should create the state inside the Igbo land. Igbo land needs 2 states. Two to balance the mess in the Nigerian. Yeah, that's the only way that's the only reason I want another 2 states to be created only from Igbo land and not from any other place in Nigeria. None. So if anybody is going about creating another state in any other part of Nigeria, that person is an idiot. If they want justice, let them create 2 more states in Igbo land. What does it do? Not for the economic reason. It does something to change the architecture of the National Assembly in Nigeria. Yes, the National Assembly in Nigeria. You see, that's where these terrorists, take over our country because they say they have the majority of the votes. All right? And then they buy up some of our people, including Igbo. They go there to Israel. Yeah, they buy them and they have their way. And they are terrorizing our country. Yes. They are terrorizing our country. Mr. Conte, how do you want me to state it? Okay, let me find a way to break it further down. All right? Nigeria is an unjust country. I'm from Nigeria. You, Conte, I think you are from either Sierra Leone or Liberia. Yes. All right. What is happening is, any country, you see like America is when they come to distribution of good things, you don't hear Americans fighting, calling that some states are taking much more than the other. All right? Every state, they look at the population. They look at what is in that place. They apportion their thing, whatever they are getting. At the end of the day, it's like the same thing. So, and every state has its own economy. See, all the orange juice that the Americans drink, they come from the state of Florida. Florida is known for orange juice. All right? Georgia, peach tree. That is why you hear they come peaches. They farm and they produce enough to drive their economy. Yes. So Georgia is known for peaches. Mississippi, cotton. Alabama, cotton. Texas, oil, crude oil, granite, cattle. Every state in America, there's no state in America that is not known for anything. That is how they grow their economy. They don't wait for federal government to give them money. They don't wait. How many people work for federal government here? Yes. How many people work for federal government here? But in Nigeria, everybody works for government is the biggest employer of labor. Because the people who hold Nigeria hostage don't want Nigeria to be released economically. If they release Nigeria economically, you will see Nigeria growing bigger in its economy than the United States. Because Nigeria has more natural and mineral resources than America. But we don't have the managers, those who manage the country for the good of the country and for the good of the people. They manage it and manage it into their pocket. They allow foreign interests to come and steal everything. They don't develop the people. They don't build capacity. They don't use capacity. They don't expand capacity. They don't extend capacity. They don't sustain capacity for the good of the people of Nigeria. And it's the same thing happening all over Africa. That is why Africa is a beggarly continent. Even though we are the richest continent, here with 1.5 billion people, Africa is still poor. You see every president of Nigeria, every president in Africa, tell me whether Sierra Leone, the other day Sierra Leonean president, and the president of Liberia, They came to America, to White House, like boy to Donald Trump. He was telling the president of Liberia, how did you learn your English? You know, that disrespectful thing. He can't tell me that. Yes. But he told them that and they were laughing. Yes, it's insulting you. Because you can't grow your economy. You can't develop. All we know is war. All we know is tribe. All we know is Islam, Muslim, Islam, Christianity. Yes. And those two religions were brought by the people who oppressed us. The Arabs enslaved Africa. So I don't even know why we are this type of people who cannot even question certain things. We don't even question our history. Yes, Arabs enslaved Africans for 700 years. Go and Google it. 700 years that they put us through slavery. The Arabs. And for the 700 years, all the male slaves that they took from Africa, they castrated all of them, removed their testicles. Yes, they removed their testicles. 700 years of removing the testicles of Africans. So for 700 years, it must be several millions of people that they stole from Africa. Now it must be billions of testicles that they remove from the body of African men. Why? Because they do not want them to populate black people mixed with the Arab blood. And still, as we speak, the Arab people are using African people as domestic slaves in Arab countries. We had, I've seen a lot of stories. Some have reported to me that I spoke about in the past, how they use them, abuse our women. Yes, who go there in search of a greener pasture that does not exist. They rape them, they do all kinds of things to them. Then after the Arabs did their own, 700 years, they gave us Islam, right? Yes, they gave us Islam, okay? Yeah, I have to speak the truth too, and that's just what it is. I question my history. I question my origin. I question my environment. The biggest problem that they left with Africans is the inability for them to question their environment. That is why we cannot make discoveries. That is why we have to rely on them to come and discover oil in our place. Yes, we own the oil, but somebody from somewhere came to discover it. That, you know what that means? We are not questioning our environment. Yes, and then we go to school. When we come to school here, yes, to tell you how smart we are, the Igbo man does not see our backs. So why is it that we are not able, when we come back home with the kind of expertise we have these roadside criminals who claim that they are leaders in Africa. They will not allow those of us who know what to do to be anything. They will frustrate you and they will use the people against us. I am a practical example of it. I came home in 2019 to run for Senate with a lot of ideas about how to change things around in Nigeria. Who was used? They used our people. They were telling me I don't have money to share because I refuse to share my money. My money that I work so hard here. I do 3 jobs sometimes. Even still, it's hard to survive. Because people are calling me from Nigeria. Why am I sending me money? I am not able to eat. I'm not able to pay for my children's school fees. Only God knows how we survive here. But some of you don't understand this. That is why we put fire. Wake up and take your country. You are not listening. You won't listen. How a drug dealer is the president of Nigeria? Drug dealer. He was found guilty here in this land. He was arrested, prosecuted, and found guilty. The only thing that they did not do was put him behind bars. That would have been better. They settled and he paid them nearly $500,000 and they asked him to leave. He left the country. And today is your president. He was a senator before then and he was a 2-term governor before then. And sadly too, he's vice president. You see how Nigerians are. So you cry, but you don't want to take action. Your vice president is a terrorist. It's not anything that they are hiding. It's well documented. A terrorist with ties to Boko Haram. Yes, he has been one of those people sponsoring those who are killing Nigerians everywhere. Yes, and then what did they do? They said they wanted the Muslim ticket. Saad Abubakar, the fake Sultan of Sokoto, and his fake northern leaders. They came behind him, and some Yoruba people lined behind him because of tribalism. They put a drug dealer in power, supported by terrorists. Look at where we are. He's destroying our country. Insecurity everywhere. Economy is crashing. Educational system bankrupt. Healthcare delivery dead. And then Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala came the other day to give him kudos that he's stabilizing the economy. I think was she on drugs or something? They gave her something to drink. You know, that she lost control of herself. But I won't believe that it was drugs because she did the same thing some years ago when Uduaghan was governor of Delta State. That garage park they built, they call airport. He told us that it was a world-class airport. That was Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Something is wrong with Nigerians. Something is wrong with us, seriously. And we don't admit that that thing is wrong with us. When we see good people, we turn our backs on them. We love evil men. How can you imagine all the people aspiring to be president of Nigeria? Yes. Can you imagine Atiku? Atiku was a smuggler as a custom officer. That was how he made money. He was running a smuggling ring. Yes, he was running a smuggling ring. And the one stupid boy told me that, he invested well. He invested what he stole from Nigeria, all right, to become a billionaire now. Now he just bought a Lombardia jet. Yes, for real, off of Nigeria's money. He stole money and built a mansion here in Potomac, Maryland. Yes, until he got into trouble in the Halliburton scandal involving him with a congressman here. That congressman was sentenced to 13-year jail term here. Congressman William Jefferson, he went to prison for the same crime he committed with Atiku. What did Nigeria do with Atiku? Nigerians were giving him presidential ticket after another. He has run to be president of Nigeria for 4 years. A criminal, a thief. You are there looking at me. When we say it, the stupid young Nigerians will be attacking us for telling them the truth. It is your generation that is about to die. You know how old I am? I am 63. Don't be deceived about how young I look in the face. 63. Yes, because I take care of myself. That's why I'm where I am. I am 63 years old. Yes. But you, the young one, you are supposed to have a longer life. Now, what is the lifespan of a Nigerian? The lifespan of a Nigerian is less than 50 years now. Yes. And still, you don't want to wake up to take over your country. You don't want to wake up to take the country and put it in the hands of those who can help you. You are there doing tribalism. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian. What has Christianity done for you? What has Islam truly done for you? This is not, it's supposed to be your personal business with God. If you truly love God, if you are a real man, you know, who know God. I believe in God. I worship God through spirituality and through what I do, the positive things that I do. I wouldn't be one person who will wake up and be following Saad and tell him, say he's the one who will see the moon before I can eat my ram. Who is he? Yeah, he's a criminal. He's one of those bankrolling terrorism and banditry. And they say they are looking for those. They are looking for those behind banditry and terrorism. And they say Saad is working with them. El-Rufai is there. Even Atiku, indirectly he is, because he belongs to Mieti Allah. Yes. And they say they are looking for those who mastermind terrorism in Nigeria. Nigeria is a joke. Yes, with this type of criminals everywhere. Liars, robbers everywhere. Look at this guy, Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko. Now, he's been running to be anything. I encountered Ned Nwoko when I ran for Senate. He was in the race for PDP against Peter Nwoboshi. And it was clear that they were not going to give him the ticket. He initiated a call to me. He was the one who called me. We discussed. I told him point blank. I said, Ned, you know you are not going to be given this ticket. You have these followers. Why not tell your followers to vote for me? Be the kingmaker. Let us change the dynamics in that state. He told me that, okay, I'm really thinking about it. I'm going to call you back. He never called me back because he thought that the court was going to give him victory. Yes. So for that reason, he told his supporters to vote for the same PDP that did not want him. All right? He was thinking that he would use the court because he thought it was smart. At the end of the day, it backfired on him. That was how we put the elected the thief, well, Peter Nwomboshi. And God is great. God is great. That was my race to win, to change things, not just for Delta North. I would change things at the center in Nigeria. Because if I was at the Senate, Buhari will not do 1/10 of everything he did. Yes, Buhari will not do a damn thing, of all that he did. Because all these criminals, they go there, they get settled, they collect money, then he said the people can go to hell. And that's how Nigerians have been going to hell. Yeah, that is why you are suffering. So now this is a moment for you. I hope this call is not too late because your country has been circled. I'm sure if you are a villager or you go to your village, you still see strange faces everywhere in your locality. Those are the soldiers right there, waiting for the final goal to come out and seize Nigeria. And they have been there since 2007. I remember going home when I first went home in 2009. I talked to my brother. Yes. I talked to my brother. I said, do you see what I'm seeing? He said, what are you seeing? I said, all these faces, they are mercenaries. They are going to seize Nigeria. And since 2009 and now, how many years it is and what has taken place. That is what is taking place. They have taken their time. They have surveyed our land and anything. Yes. Luxury fabulous. You called me a liar, right? I'm looking for a way to go and steal money. I'm not running for anything. So I'm not looking for, I am trying to stop your mentor, that thief called Ned Nwoko, right, from using our people to rob the Igbo. So that is why I know he's angry, and that is why I decided to schedule this. And I'm happy how the turnout is. So I hope he will get the message, and I hope his ass is here too, listening. And then the ass of his boys, these thugs, he goes to Igbo land, goes to Onitsha to hire boys who are hungry, to talk about Anyoma being part of Southeast. That is evil. What he's doing is sabotaging the Igbos, and I can't stand for that. I will not. Yes, I will not stand for it. And I will do everything to frustrate that effort. Yes. I have to tell the Igbos the truth. That's something that is too good to be real. It's fake. Go and agitate. You have the right to 2 states. Yes. Ndi Igbo need 2 states inside Igbo land. Yeah. Not Ned Nwoko state. Ned Nwoko state will not be created. Because he has poisoned that state. He has destroyed it. He's stepping on toes, and he wants to lord it over us. We're going to fight him. There will be no creation of his type of Anyoma state. The Anyoma that will be created will be an independent Anyoma agreed by the people, not his type. He's a politician. He's a liar. Yes. He's trying to rob the Igbos. He has been to exactly. That is what he's trying to. Igbo. Yes. It's a liar. So, Igbo, Igbo elite, you have been quiet over this. Yes. The same thing Atiku used Okowa to do. Yes. When he was looking for an Igbo vice presidential candidate in 2019, right? In this 2023. Yes. Atiku brought a red card and put on top of Okowa's head and called him an Igbo man. Yes, because he's disgusted by the Igbos. All right? He robbed the Igbos. The same thing Ned Nwoko is doing. I will not stand and tell, and thank God, we put fire. We put fire, a lot of fire. And that was how our people did not vote for Okowa, did not vote for that ticket. Yes. Yes. I respond to what I want to respond to. I don't respond to idiots, and I'm making a strong case. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. So, Ned Nwoko is a robber. He wants to rob Igbos. That the Igbo man, the real Igbo man should not stand for it. We will not stand for it. He's a criminal. He's a liar. He's a mischievous man. Yes. So why will he be doing that? If he loves the Igbo. Now, How many times have you seen Ned Nwoko coming out to speak on behalf of IPOB? I want you to ask me, you who is telling me the nonsense. Yes, that I'm looking for a way to eat money. Yes, you are from Anambra, you are a thief. Even if you have heard, you won't even be asking me that stupid question. Igbo onye iberibe. Ima ihe ndị Igbo na-akpọ iberibe. Ima ha onwe gị. Maybe you did not go to school. Yes, ọ bụ na ịma ihe ị na-eme. Ị ga-ama na onye a ọ bụ ezigbo mmadụ. Yes. Ọ bụ ezigbo mmadụ. Onye ayo. Listen to me. I've explained this to you. So I don't know how old you are. Since 1966, they started destroying the Igbo people. They killed 6 million of you. Ewu. No, we are not dividing ourselves. I am fighting for the Igbo man every day. Go back to my history. I put my life on the line for the Igbos. If you're an Igbo man, you don't even love yourself. You don't love yourself as much as I love you. When I see any bad bullet coming to hit the Igbos, I will stand up. Yes. Yes, Igbo bu Igbo. But Ned Nwoko's Igbo is not a real Igbo, it's fake. It's a political Igbo. We don't want the political Igbo. That's what I'm saying. So, Genting, so that you can hear me. Why? Has there been an Igbo man who is an Inspector General of Police? Has there been an Igbo man who has been the director of DSS? Tell me one. Show me one. The one that was chief of army staff one time. How many months was he there? What was he able to do? You are not serious. All right, so ndị Igbo one get head. Ndị Igbo ndị nwe isi resist Ned Nwoko's crap. People from my place in Delta North, we must resist him. And I'm happy that the people are telling him that he's on a destructive mission. And this is going to hurt him. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Josephine, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yes. So, I'm talking about Nigeria. We are talking about uniting Nigeria. You are telling me about your tribe. Who cares about tribe? Who is looking for tribe? If you want to do tribe, let's do the tribe business very well. All right? We want a balanced federation. We want enough Igbo people in the National Assembly so that all of us can collaborate and change Nigeria and take it away from the thieves who started invading Africa in 1804. You see now, we are liberating the Hausa people. You are telling me about nonsense here. The Hausa people are waking up now because of our words. Listen to us. We listen. 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 So you don't put yourself in another danger. The Igbo people have suffered. See my hand here. See my hand. 1991, Kano riot. 1991 Kano riot. They stabbed me. They killed my friend in my presence. I don't even know how I escaped. Yes, see my hand. Those who are watching from Facebook. This is me. That is why I am the way I am. I told Nigeria I'm going to come back. And this is where we are right now. We will free every part of Nigeria from domination by these criminals. So when we are talking about that, you are telling me about this thing. Ned Nwoko, what is he doing there? Okay, now let me show you something about Ned Nwoko. For those who are watching me those who are watching from on YouTube, I'm able to display a picture. For those watching from Facebook, I cannot. This is Ned Nwoko's picture. This is Ned Nwoko's constituency. You see that road? You see the road behind me? Those who are watching me from Facebook, maybe later I'm going to cut a clip of it. If you cannot go back and watch what I did on YouTube, I will cut a clip of this particular part of this video, so you can see. Ned Nwoko is a senator. The road, Abraka Mukbe Road, is impassable. It has become a den of criminals. It has become a den of kidnappers. That is not enough emergency for him. He wants to create an Anyoma state so that he will become governor. Now, that is all he's looking for, ambition. And he doesn't care what he will do to get that ambition. That is what it has always been. So this will not be a Regina Daniel case. This is not anything. We are talking about human beings. We are talking about educated people. We are not talking about idiots in Nigeria. You are talking about people who have seen things, people who can stand up. So Ned, stop this game because it's not going to take you anywhere, but you will be ruined, by it. Look at the road behind Ned Nwoko. He wants to be governor of Anyoma State. First governor of Anyoma State. That's what he's looking for. Nothing more, nothing like. Everything is about his ambition. Everything about him is an ambition. Very selfish man. Okay, he has finished killing mosquitoes. Before he was killing mosquitoes. I'm sure he did not kill all the mosquitoes in Idumuje where he come from. So now he went to Antarctica to kill mosquitoes. He did not kill all the mosquitoes in his hometown. Every time he's looking for a new project. All these things he's doing is for 2027. Nothing more, nothing less. Truly, very frankly, if we speak economically, not speaking in political terms now, Nigeria cannot handle any new states. Honestly, they should close down some states that are not able to pull their weight. They rely only on federal allocation because their governors are dumb asses who cannot think, who are not creative. And when they try to be creative, they are creative through taxation, imposing more taxation on the people, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing, because he has no brain. Drug has finished his head. And these are the charlatans, like Ned Nwoko, around him, praising him, and all that. Ned, I want to challenge you. I've never heard you spoke about the need to urgently release Nnamdi Kanu from prison. You say you are an Igbo man, right? Ned, where are you? I've never heard you. How much did you donate to IPOB? Have you given them money? What have you done to support the Igbo man's cause in Nigeria? Because their cause is genuine. I support Biafra 100%, but I am not a part of it because I have a different way of thinking. The way Ojukwu said it, that is a Biafra of the mind. Biafra with the ability to conquer obstacles. Yes, that is what I want. Yes, it's in the mind. You use it to influence change. Yes, so that is what I'm saying. And because I'm a Pan-Africanist, I cannot reduce myself to a tribalist. I am thinking about the bigger picture because I am one of those at the forefront of driving for the unification of Africa. But the unification must start from Nigeria now, and not what Ned Nwoko and this criminal gang are doing. It cannot work like that. One name. Yes. I don't bloody care about that. What I'm saying is he's mischievous. And you know the truth. You know the truth. So that's just what it is. You know the truth, and the truth is very glaring. I will not support that kind of injustice. That is pure daylight robbery. So when they give him a Anyoma state on account of shortchanging the Igbos, will you celebrate? Because I've been through Igbo land. I've traveled through there. I'm not a stranger to the place. I love the people. And I've been at the forefront of fighting for the people. I am telling you, if I am found in Nigeria right now with what I've been saying, yes, I've been demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I've done a lot with the Igbo people. I don't have to say it. Yes, but this is a pure lie. Yeah. What Ned Nwoko is doing is mischievous. You may not see it from how I'm seeing it. It's unfair. The Igbos have been so cheated. So we are not going to be used to sabotage the Igbos. What the least Nwoko should be doing is to support the Igbos. Let them create 2 states out of that place. And then everybody will be satisfied. Yes. Because what we are lacking in Nigeria is a balanced federation. A politically balanced federation. a politically balanced federation. A federation where when we go to the National Assembly, when we want to get anything done, people will look at issues dispassionately and not from the angle of their tribe or the angle of their region or the angle of their religion. That has been the problem in Nigeria. That is why the National Assembly in Nigeria is not able to get anything done. Because some people will come, they say we are Northerners. Yes. Once Sultan Saad, that crazy Saad, tell them this is what they want. And that is what they will all go. Because they do not have the kind of Republican mindset that we have, that we are able to think for ourselves. So that is why when they say South, where is South? Does South exist? The South cannot exist because you and I can think for ourselves. One useless OB cannot come and tell me what to do. Or one Yeye Oba will come and tell me what to do. No, I'm not going to do it. I will do what is right. But in the North, especially the far North, they use religion to control them. All right? They will tell them that, oh, this is a battle between Christians and Muslims, even if it's not. Yes. So that is why we are having problems. That is why Nigeria is not moving forward. So we want a balanced Nigeria, where when we get there to debate on issues now, they will be forced to see reasons. And any person who tells them anything from one mountain top, we fail. And now, I'm sure you saw what happened there was three weeks ago. There is a bill right now at the National Assembly. I hope you are listening. Yes. I hope you are listening to this. Because I need you. Let's come back here. Let me get evidence, Chidera. I want to tell you something. I don't know how old you are. I'm 63. I've seen Nigeria. I saw what happened in the Civil War. Yes, even though from a periphery. And I saw what has been happening since then. Nigeria has been made a hopeless country by the design of some people who do not want Nigeria to progress. And then to key into that will be the worst thing anybody will do. And that is what Ned is doing. And that is why we are resisting him. It's not like I'm against the creation of Anyoma state. If we have to create an Anyoma state, we are not going to pass through the route he's taking us through. It's not going to work. And I will resist it with everything. Because my mother was at the forefront of the creation of Anyoma state. Yes, at the beginning, when they started. And you see how real it was. But that fire has been lost. They politicized it. They have turned it into an economic business. So why should I fall into it? That is why you don't see me coming out to say, we'll support Anyoma state. Because to even call that name Anyoma, they had me now. They had me. I don't believe in it anymore the way I believed in it when it was so real. And then the men driving it were so real, they were honest. They belong to different political parties, but you can see the brotherhood, with which they were fighting. It was so just. It was so fair. It was so real. But this is fake. Ned has made everything fake. And that is why a lot of people are distancing themselves from it. He's standing from somewhere to breathe down on us. Who the hell is he? Who is he to tell us what to do? Yes. So, Chidera, I want to tell you something. If you did not see, you live in Nigeria. I live here in the United States. But I know everything that is taking place in Nigeria. Now, there's a bill at the National Assembly. It has passed through how many readings? The bill that is trying to make that Sultan, useless man in Sokoto, one of those who are behind terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. See, people, they fear to talk out. But that is the truth. I challenge him. If he says it's not, I want him to bring the cellular phones that he has used since the past 20 years. Bring it. Whether he wants to go and touch it or not, let it bring it. We will go and do a forensic analysis on them. All of them. All those who say they are Northern leaders. All that I need is the telephone numbers that they have used for the past 20 years. Let them submit it. So we'll find out. It's clear they are the ones behind it. Why has an Igbo man not been arrested for terrorism? Yes. Why has no Yoruba man been arrested for terrorism? Or, those who are fighting. I've not seen a Yoruba terrorist fighter, even though there are Muslims there. So why is their own different? So that's number one. So do you know they are trying to make him the permanent chairman of the Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria? They want to pass it into law. In a democratic Nigeria, in a constitutional Nigeria, are you not scared of that? They want to make him and the Oni of Ife, that young man that was born in 1974. 1974, I was already in primary 5. Yes, they want to make them co-chairman of the Nigerian Traditional Councils. Yeah. All right? Where's an Igbo man there? Where's the Oba of Benin? Where's the Obong of Calabar? Where's the one from Ochidoma of Idoma? Where's the Tortif of Tivland? Are you not scared of that? And you are talking there. And Ned Nwoko is there. Have you ever heard him raise his voice? You will never. He's not going to raise his voice. Perhaps they are going to give them money and they pass that bill on top of you. Illegal bill in the first place. And they want to gag us from talking. So you talk, they will jail you. All right? Nigerians, listen. What we need is not politics. What we need is not politicians. Not what we need right now is not an election. Nigeria needs a reset. Nigeria needs an uprising of the people to tell these people that we own Nigeria and that if they represent us, they are misrepresenting us, that we don't want them anymore. We need a clean slate. So imagine Saad becoming a permanent chairman of the Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council. So it's like what they were looking for in Sokoto just landed in Sokoto, right? Terrorism and Islamization of Nigeria. You are not scared of that. You are not afraid of that. Because our people we are so quick to forget things. We always like to dance Davido, dance Burma Boy, dance a P Square. We forget about our sorrow. Our people are dying. Our people are starving. Nobody stands up for anything. When it's come to politics, you think Nigeria is not your business. It is your business. And it is more your business today. With terrorists circling your homeland, everywhere, you see them. They kidnap people, they rape our women, and you still say it's not your business. And one way of showing that it's your business is coming out at times like this to resist those that they use to silence us. Ned Nwoko is one of their vehicles. And he's a Muslim on top of it, Munir. Not because I care, because he's a Muslim. Because when they come there, they can easily sway him. And that is exactly what has been taking place. Ndinkai, it's time to wake up and really wake up seriously. This is not it. I'm not here to play games. I am not here to play politics. I have no political ambition. My only ambition is to see a better Nigeria. My only ambition is to see a united Nigeria. My only ambition is to see an open Nigeria. That is the movement that I draw. Open Nigeria with free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity for every Nigerian to grow and develop and progress and prosper according to his or her abilities and levels of competency in a non-threatening environment for the good of the whole of the country, yes, and for good of individuals. How about that? And that way we can find a way to bring about the type of leadership that is sensitive and responsive to our people's need. That's all. Why am I here in America? This is where I am. I can live here, Texas, where I am, go to Ohio tomorrow and getting a job. Nobody is going to ask me, where are you from? Nobody. I have the license, I have the abilities to perform whatever job that I apply for. If I'm given the job, I go. I remember I have worked in the best hospital on earth here, MD Anderson Cancer Hospital. Not everybody goes there to work. When I applied, one of my Nigerian friends told me, oh, that's a white hospital, they will not employ you. I said, why? I didn't allow him to demoralize me. I applied anyway. 2 days later, they called me for an interview. When I got to the interview, they looked at my credentials. Oh, they said, your credential is so rich. What can you bring to bear on this institution? I told them, and they were impressed. They hired me on the spot. Yes, I worked there. Not many people, not many Nigerians are there. because they are, first of all, afraid. But Nigerians are doing great things here. The man who did the first surgery that brought a baby out of the stomach, the uterus of the mother, and did a surgery on that child and put the baby back, was a Nigerian. The problem we have as black people is that we are so afraid of building capacity in our people. We only good at repressing them. Yes, I know that if Ned Nwoko had seen me today now, he will release all the soldiers to come and attack me. But thank God I'm bigger than him in that, you know. So it's just what they do. They shut down the people. A country that represses its young people can never progress. They repress our young people. They use tradition to repress them. The ones that claim that their pastors are Muslim imams are repressing them. You can't repress a future. You can't repress a generation. This is where we are having problems. Who is going to take over Nigeria? With these criminals that young people look up to for leadership, Nigeria will be buried in no distant time. And this is why we must rise up now. I don't owe anybody any apologies for this. Ned Nwoko, you are so wrong. You need to retrace your step. If you want to agitate for the creation of Anyoma, get away from that hell of an approach you are using. You know it's going to backfire. It's not going to work. It will not work. The Igbo people need 2 states inside Igbo land across the Niger. Yes, they have 5 states, while the rest have 6 states and 1 undeserving 7 in a supposed federation of our country. You know, before this time, that they had the impression that they are the only one who can be minister of a federal capital territory. You remember when they appointed the loquacious Wike, that idiot. You know that what happened? Saad, Sultan in Sokoto, is not Sultan of Sokoto because he's not a traditional ruler. And that's another thing Nigerians don't know. How dare a non-traditional ruler will be among traditional rulers in Nigeria? And everybody keeps quiet. He should be walked out when he comes into the committee of traditional rulers, or they all walk out on him. And then to show if they cannot be bold enough to get the police to walk him out. Everybody stands up and get out from there. So he understands. That is a better way of even sending him a message. He's not a traditional ruler. Traditional ruler over who? Traditional ruler over majority houses that have nothing to do with the same tradition with them. They don't share any kind of tradition. Yes, if you don't know the difference. Now we know. All right? So this is how the unjust Nigeria that we see ourselves in. So we should not be a part of this nonsense. So if you were following Ned Nwoko sheepishly before, I think I've broken it down enough why we must not be a part of that scam. If it's we are agitating for Anyoma, we should agitate for it on our own. Let's not rope the victims of Igbo land into it because it's most unfair. I am speaking from my conscience, not because of anything that I want. I don't want to become governor. I don't want to become president, not right now. My most pressing ambition is to open Nigeria so that all this madness will end. So you can go to Sokoto and live in Sokoto without being afraid. You can go to Kano and live and not be attacked the way I was attacked in 1991 that they nearly killed me. If I tell you the mystery surrounding my escape, 2 times, 2 days, 2 days in a row, I escaped twice. And I now see that it happened because of what I am doing today. The Almighty God saved me for this work that I'm doing. I don't take bribe. I don't beg anybody for money. If you like what I'm doing and you support it, great. But I will not go out of my way to go and ask Dangote. Somebody asked me to go and ask Tony Elumelu for money. Go and ask Dangote for money. They will not give me in the first place because what I am preaching is to liberate Nigeria that will question them why they became so rich with so little done. Yes, that is the thing. I am a liberal. I want to see Nigerians prosper. I don't want the Nigerian people who will be begging all the time, begging. You know how many young people, even old people who are begging, they turned our people into beggars that they should not be. People from a place where there's abundance, Yes, but Mali said, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. They turned our people into fools because they made them poor and made them most vulnerable and susceptible. I want a Nigeria where people who can live like here in America, according to your level, you enjoy the benefit of your level. You are in a house, there's electricity 24/7, because I'm not sure there's any place where without electricity. All right, even in the summertime, the poor people who cannot pay, the companies make a provision for them. In fact, the government support them to pay their electricity bill according to their levels of income. Because they know this, like this period where we are now, is a very hot time. So they don't want people to die because of heat stroke. And in the extreme weather of the cold too, they make provision for people who cannot afford to pay their electricity bill and their heating bill. We want a Nigeria that can do that. It's not that Nigeria cannot do that. Nigeria can do more than that, surpass it. But the money for doing it ends up in private pockets. They take their children outside Nigeria to go to school. Let me ask Tunde Anyoma, do you know any of Ned's children? Do you know any of them? Is any of them coming out? You people who go out there to embarrass yourself every time, to kill yourself. The other day, some of you were stranded in Enugu. He did not give you money, transport to return home. How long are you going to live like that? If somebody is inviting me now to any place to talk about Nigeria, I've flown out of Houston many times to talk about Nigeria. I don't need money from anyone to do it. I do it because I have the passion. I know that if you are empowered, you have the money, you have a job that can sustain you. You don't need anybody to give you money for transportation to come and talk about Nigeria. Ned took Nigerians, Anyoma people, to Enugu, to where they want to discuss something. While you were talking about Anyoma issue, you went to Enugu to talk about it. And then some people were stranded and they were rebelling. Yes. You don't want that. So, like I was trying to explain here, small person, even cleaner, who they clean people's house. They come, I pay them money to come and clean my house. They drive cars. They have their own cars that they can drive from point A to point B. And that car, they are small air conditioner day. All right? And then nobody looks down on them. Because everybody's right is protected here. You don't come and look down on anybody. And there was a doctor who came from Nigeria. He came to the hospital where I was working. He forgot himself that he is not in Nigeria, where doctors become so rude to everybody that comes their way. Disrespect nurses, cause family members and all that. He forgot himself and talked so rudely to this young lady, janitor. She's the one who mops the floor. He knew where he ended. And I told him, when he was raging, I told him, no, man, don't do this here. Everybody is protected here. We want that type of protection in Nigeria. So hawks like Ned Nwoko will not continue to take advantage of our people. It pains me, to see our people being disrespected so badly. It pains me how women in Nigeria are disrespected by men. Women are your mothers. You disrespect them. Before I do anything to any woman, I always think about my mother. And I have 2 children who are women too. And they help me moderate my behavior towards women. But Nigerians trash women. Women do not matter. And that is where we are, why we are where we are. We need to change. We can do better. So my people, I am just appealing to you guys. Seriously, let's be just. Let's be fair. If there's any agitation that I want to be involved with, I want to agitate for the creation of 2 more states from the southeast of Nigeria, from that geopolitical zone. If the Niger Delta could have 6, I don't understand why the southeast should not have 6. So I truly don't understand why. Nobody can convince me. The land mass may be smaller, but when states are created, you consider the population. The population of the Igbos, I think they are not putting that right. Yes. So that is where justice must be done. Nigeria has been unfair, so unfair to the Igbos. Honestly, if I had my way to be in any place where I can dictatorially change things, I would do it, so that we can have a peaceful Nigeria. But as long as we continue to disrespect the Igbos, as long as we continue to disrespect the Hausas, as long as we continue to deny the Igbos access to opportunity to be who they are, the best people that they are, the most creative and ingenious people in Nigeria, Nigeria will never know peace. It's as simple as that. They will never know peace. You cannot keep some people in bondage and hope to be in peace. It never happens anywhere. So this is a moral albatross on the Igbo people. And I tell my brother Ned Nwoko, you need to beat a retreat, for real. People have told you, and I've seen a lot of people, high-profile people, who have told you that the direction you are going is wrong. But you want to bamboozle. But you remember that there are some people who are hotter than you in their head, people who are smarter than you in their head, people who can mobilize against your move. They can happen. We don't care how close you think you are. Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to use you. But a time will come when Nigerians will say that we own Nigeria. And that time is near. It's coming. Beat your retreat. Beat a retreat. Advise yourself on this. For real. You have stepped on a lot of toes. You have insulted our custom and tradition. You have insulted our history so badly. You have wounded some of us. And don't think that some people may be quiet. They are not. They are afraid of speaking up. Don't think that they are happy with you. Yes, you cannot repress us. You cannot tell us what to do. You are only our representative. I don't even know how you won an election, but I know you didn't win an election. But as it may, you are misrepresenting Delta North. You have no right to lord it over us. If our people know their rights and know their rights to the citizenship of Nigeria, you will be a one-term senator. You will not go back. If you are doing it in America, yes, they will tell you it's over for you. You know you won't bribe anybody. Nobody is going to take your rights because everybody has the ability to buy their own food. They will tell you this is it for you, and it will be it. And if you are not careful, that is going to be it for you. We will mobilize. Yes, we don't deserve any person who come and be disrespecting us. Who the hell are you? All right, my people, I thank you. I know the numbers are high, those who came here. And then let us continue this conversation on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, I appreciate all those who took their time to be part of this broadcast. Again, I don't hate my people. I want Anyoma state, but I want Anyoma state to be created purely on its merit, not because Ned want to create a shortcut that will shortchange our brothers and sisters across the Niger. That is a no-brainer, and that is a no-sale. It is evil, it's wicked, and it's unacceptable. So if you love what I'm doing, please do share our message. If you are joining us for the first time on Facebook, on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so that whenever we come on stream to talk about issues, you'll be one of those to be notified. And for those following us, follow Smart Ajaja right here as you are, and also follow Open Nigeria on Facebook. We love you, and we look forward to working with you. We want the best for our country. We truly love our country. That is why we do what we do. It's not because of any personal ambition that we have, but I'm happy that I am not running for anything this time. The reason I am not running for anything is one of the reasons is because our people are not conscious enough to understand the type of person that I represent and what I represent for humanity. So we gotta have to learn each other for you to understand before. And secondly, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an illegal president. He's not my president. I don't recognize him as my president. So if I go and run for an election under him, it means that I'm validating and accepting him as my president. God forbid, and I will not do that. Much love to you guys, and I love you, and I look forward to continuing this conversation with you. If you want to ask any question, please drop your questions. I will do my best to address them as much as I can to the best of my ability. Much love, and have a good day.